Another section of this class. The course journalism. For the course journalism, this is module 8, which implies that this is the 8th video that we'll be making for this course. And the topic for this module is AI usage in journalism. So it is going to be a very interesting topic because I believe we all can relate to the usage of artificial intelligence in this century. So it is going to be a very interesting topic because I believe we all are related in one way or the other using artificial intelligence. Probably if we should check our our social media and these days, almost all social media platform now has AI, be it on WhatsApp, on Instagram, on Twitter, and the likes, in different forms. So it is a topic that we should be able to relate to. So AI, artificial intelligence, is not just limited to social media and online alone. It has also been used to perform some wonders in journalism. And these are the main things that we'll be looking at in this module. So the role of artificial intelligence in journalism. So for the content of the module, we'll be looking at the artificial intelligence itself, looking at the history, how it originated, what's brought about artificial intelligence. Then we have artificial intelligence in journalism. Then we will also be looking at AI in news gathering and research. So it shouldn't surprise you that artificial intelligence is also used in gathering news and making some researches. So and we also be looking at the impact of AI on journalism. In journalism. So now, for the introduction, we have artificial intelligence have moved from the realm of science fiction into the daily workflow of newsroom worldwide. So AI is no longer restricted to science. Science cannot just claim AI alone now these days. It's almost every department around the world, every profession in the world that is making use of this AI. It belongs to everybody now. So now reshape how stories are discovered, produced, and delivered. When we are talking about AI in newsroom, that is AI in the journalism profession. So now we from automated content generation that drafts routine reports to sophisticated data mining tools that uncover hidden patterns in massive data sets. AI is becoming a powerful ally for journalists seeking to work faster and more accurately. The funnest thing the most important thing that we should know that AI isn't just there to make to pass information or to the main purpose of AI in journalists, and that AI has been able to achieve or do is that it has make work faster and more accurately for the journalists who are using it, because you can imagine. So you can imagine the kind of workload that a journalist pass through in the olden days compared to what we have now, where everything is now set. We have where technology is more helping, and AI is there to also help the journalist. So as the media landscape grows increasingly complex, the ability to harness these technologies can mean the difference between staying relevant and being left behind. So it depends on if you want to work hard or you work easier. So it's either you make use of this AI or you are left behind. So now let's look at artificial intelligence, AI. It refers to the development of computer systems capable of performing tasks that are typically require human intelligence, so such as reasoning, learning, problem solving, perception, and language understanding, and the likes, name it. So in simple terms, AI is the simulation of human cognitive abilities in machines. That is, it is the simulation of human reasoning, human ability, what human beings can do into a computer, into technology. So now into machines, different machines. So it is broadly divided into two categories, whereby we have narrow AI, that is the weak AI, which excelled in specific tasks such as voice assistants like Siri on iPhones, as we know, recommendation algorithms or automated news writing. And we have the general AI, those are the strong ones, the strong AI, which would have human-like intelligence across diverse domains, such as the goals not yet achieved. Today, all practical AI applicants in journalism and elsewhere belong to narrow AI. So that is the sorry about that. So that is the this weak AI. Today, all practice typical AI in journalism and elsewhere belongs to now AI, often enhanced by machine learning, where system improve from data without being explicitly programmed, and deep learning using multi-layered neural works. So now let's look at the artificial intelligence in journalism. Journalism is the practice, as we have been defining during the course of this mode. It is the practice of gathering, assessing, creating, and presenting news and information to serve the public's right to be informed, traditionally guided by principles of the core principles in journalism, such as accuracy, verification, independence, accountability, and the like. So now, artificial intelligence in this context, it refers to computer systems primarily powered by machine learning and large language models that can perform tasks historically requiring human intelligence. So which such tasks can include analyzing data, recognizing patterns, generating neutral language text, translating content, detecting anomalies, and personalizing delivery. So when AI enters journalism, it does not merely automate mechanical tasks. It majorly participates in core journalistic functions such as research, writing, editing, and distribution. That is, is not limited to a particular mechanical task alone in journalism. So it has been able to do every other thing that a journalist will do. That is writing, research, making research, editing, and distribution. So this has made the work very easier for the journalists in this century, because compared to what we have in the olden days, where the stress people have to go on field, make some research, conduct interviews, and different. Although there are still some parts of these interviews, but with the presence of AI, the job has become more easier to do. So now let's look at automated context generation and news writing. So it refers to the use of AI algorithms, often based on natural language processing and machine learning, to produce news stories with minimal human interventions. So this system ingests structured data such as sports scores, financial earnings, weather measurements, or real-time traffic feeds, and then apply predefined templates or learned language patterns to craft coherent articles. News organizations like the Associated Press, Reuters, and the BBC employ such tools to generate thousands of written reports each day. So we can see that, which allowing journalists to focus on more complex investigative work. It has been able to help journalists to reduce their workload, in the sense that they will have more time to focus on more investigative work, like field works. So rather than trying to find out other parts of the news, like the weather and the likes, AI has been able to do that for them. So now the process typically begins with data ingestion, where APIs or databases supply the raw numbers. The AI agent then performs data verification, select the most newsworthy angles, and assembles the narrative, often including headlines, leads, and brief quotations. So some advanced models can even mimic a particular writing style or adapt tone for different audiences. While the output is fast and consistent, editors still review the draft to ensure accuracy, factual integrity, and compliance with editorial standards. That is to tell you that we can't machine can only be machines. We still have to do some kind of correction. They do not have feelings. They do not have feelings or relate like human. So we have to, the editors still have to go through it, or cross check, proofread, and edit, ensure that there is accuracy and factual integrity, because this is news that we are passing across to the public, and the public wouldn't understand that it is coming from AI or anything. So it is still the work of editor to go through the work and make sure that it is in compliance with editorial standards. So now, AI. Let's look at AI in news gathering and research. So the newsroom of 2025, that is this current year, bears little resemblance to the one even a decade ago. So that is, we cannot compare the newsroom when we are talking about in terms of workload and the stress, and not with the what we have now in 2025 compared to decade ago, that is 2015. So where once reporters relied on telephone tips, wire services, and physical archives, not just 2015, in the previous decades, whereby we have reporters relying on telephone tips and wire services and physical archives. Today they are flanked by algorithms that scan millions of social media posts per minute. This with the help of AI, scanning social media posts per minute, summarize 1,000-page government reports in seconds, and flag emerging crises before most humans are even aware they exist. So now artificial intelligence has not merely entered journalism, it has been able to rewire its foundational processes of news gathering and research. While the technology promises unprecedented speed and scale, it also forces the profession to confront profound questions about accuracy, bias, accountability, and the very definition of journalistic judgment. So, news gathering refers to the act of discovering what is happening in the world and has also been the domain most dramatically transformed when we are talking about AI in journalism. So, the news gathering aspect has been able to is the most one that has been generally touched and transformed over the years because AI has been able to gather news for journalists who knows which. So impacts of AI on journalism. Let's look at the impacts of AI on journalism. We have we have AI is reshaping journalism in ways that let newsroom work faster, as I've said earlier. Sorry, to work faster, to work for smarter and more inclusively. So here are some notable impacts of artificial intelligence in journalism. Apart from being work faster and making work faster and easier for the journalists, it also automates or routine tasks. AI drafts sports scores, earnings reports, weather updates, freeing reporters to tackle investigative work that needs human judgment, as we have explained during earlier. So we have data mining and pattern recognition as one of the impacts of AI in journalism. We have algorithm shift through massive data sets to surface hidden trends and credible sources, giving stories a deeper factual foundation in minutes rather than days. So we also have another impact to be personalized content delivery. That is, recommendation engines tailor articles to individual readers' interest by boosting engagement and helping outlets reach audiences they might otherwise miss. So now in conclusion, the integration of AI into journalism is reshaping the profession in ways that were unimaginable just a decade ago. So yes, that is to tell us that AI has been able to positively reshape journalism in ways that we couldn't have thought of, we couldn't have imagined in the previous years. Let's look at the rate through which people have citizen journalists now. Everybody can easily go on board, research for news and disseminate it to the public based on different platforms that they have, be it online and the likes, bloggers and all. So now this is to look at to tell us that AI in journalism has make work very easier, make news very easier and smarter and accessible to the people. So by automating routine reporting, enhancing data-driven investigation, and personalizing content delivery, AI tools are freeing journalists to focus on the deeper, more nuanced story and that defines quality news. At the same time, the technologies forces the industry to confront critical issues, algorithm bias, transparency, and the preservation of editorial judgment, prompting new standards and ethical frameworks that safeguards the public's trust. Looking ahead, the most successful newsroom will be those that view AI not as a replacement but as a collaborative partner. This is very important in the sense that we can't replace AI. We shouldn't think that we can replace AI with with journalists, with human journalists. The reason because it's a machine will always be a machine. There are definitely some limitations to what AI can do. So instead of seeing it being AI as a replacement for journalists, it should rather be seen as a collaborative partner that is working with journalists to make work easier for the journalists.